Picture this, it's January 2025, and after a long day of work, maybe school, you decide to come home and unwind a bit and open your phone after lying down to scroll on TikTok for like an hour, and it may or may not become 4 hours. All of a sudden, you notice a trend when it comes to your scrolling. And that is the fact that every four scrolls, you seem to be getting the same ad for the same brand.
If you text me first on Duet and we start dating, I start to notice that you never leave the house.
I'm just gonna keep it real. Duet.
Duet ads were completely taking over TikTok, I'd say early 2025, and for almost a year basically, you just could not escape this damn app. And the ads were so frequent that we saw so much criticism towards the ads as well, which in and of itself became its own ad.
Whoever is the social media manager for the dating app Duet that is in every other ad that I scroll onto on my For You page, I have a bone to pick with you. Leave me alone. I'm not downloading your.
Now, for me, most of the Duet ads that I would get were from early last year, but apparently some people are still getting Duet ads to this day in like the year 2026. And I don't know why I'm not getting any of it. Maybe it's because I did download the app, which we're going to get into now. But I have been seeing a lot more videos of people talking about how they cannot escape this app and questioning if people are actually getting the damn app.
So I just clocked out, right? And I just want to go on my phone just like de-stress. Yo, who the fuck is downloading Duet and why am I getting so many ads about it? Because the reason I'm getting so many ads about Duet is because the ads have to be working. You have to be downloading the app. So that begs the question, who is downloading the app? Because if you have the app, you're probably overly freaked out because they advertise the app as being like an easy dating website for freaks. Like, yo, what the fuck? Low-key, them ads be weird too because like, there's some that's like, yo, I'm a cougar and I have my age filter set to 22 or younger. What? Yo, you're probably on some type of list if you got the app downloaded.
I could assure you I'm not on any list, but now it's become a running joke on TikTok to talk about Duet ads because they were so frequent, so pushed on us, so forced on us. So I decided, why not experiment? As somebody who is currently single, who has looked for love in the past on apps like Tinder, Bumble, Hinge, maybe Duet might change something for me. Maybe it's being advertised for a good reason and it will help me find the love of my life and I'll be married within the next 2 years or some shit. So back in November, I decided to download Duet and have this little experiment where I use it for 6 months and see whether or not I will actually get a date or better yet, find a relationship. So what was the result of my research project, you may ask? I don't know why the fuck I'm calling this a research project. What I got was one failed date, two attempted dates, and a lot of messages people did not respond to, and a whole buttload of issues that are exclusive to Duet. The other issues listed were mostly something that I know most dating apps have. Like, there's always people who won't respond, there's always failed dates, there's always that process. But Duet definitely does have some of its own issues we're gonna get into. Right off the bat, who is in charge of the algorithm on this damn app? I would like a word with you as to why I keep getting the same people I keep passing on every fucking scroll, or every time I open the damn app. I will be blurring out names and pictures of people that are in this video for privacy reasons, of course, but the second person that comes up in this little screen recording was somebody that I passed on like 7 to 8 times. I'm pretty sure more than that, like I've lost count. But for some reason, the algorithm keeps pushing him, and like, no hate to him, he seems like a really swell dude, like a cool dude, but we just don't have similar interests. We have very different mindsets and goals. So I wasn't interested, but the algorithm kept pushing his account onto me. Like, I don't want this. This is where I question whether or not Duet only relies on AI to be in charge of their algorithm, whereas apps like Tinder, Bumble, Hinge, they do have this human element to their algorithm. Like, they hire people specifically to make sure the algorithm is running smoothly so we don't have problems like this where we keep running into the same people. And I don't like that. I really don't. Like, no matter how many times I try, even if I change the location from 60 miles to 80 miles or like 60 miles to 120 miles, I will still get the same people. And I don't know if it's because they don't have enough people and they run out of people, so they kind of have to keep pushing the same people. It's just not a good strategy because it's going to turn people off from the app because they keep getting the people they do not want to match with. Like, I feel like there isn't enough users for your app. There's a lot we can get into in that matter, but you can find many creative ways to ensure that you can still have people matching with other people. Like, for example, you can start a group section, which I know they have, they can work on more, because that way you can set up local events where people can meet people. And even if they may not have matched with them on the app, they can naturally find love through these different events. I think that's a very clever way to kind of fix that issue of not having enough users. Because frankly, I do think this algorithm issue is mostly because they don't have enough people to fill up your own algorithm. The communication major and marketing nerd is coming out of me, but I think it's also a very great way to market your brand, to promote yourself, to get your brand out there. Because with these different events, people can find love and people will talk about the love that they found and how they found it. You know, people will know about your brand through their friends. People will know about your brand through the people posting story times on how they met their boyfriend or their girlfriend or their partner, or whatever. You know, it's a great way to keep that going. And so that way your algorithm naturally finds more people instead of giving you the same people. You know what I mean? There really isn't much else to talk about when it comes to the algorithm. It just needs work. But I do think another issue that we do have to talk about, which is not just exclusive to Duet, but other dating apps can relate to this, but the prices for getting a subscription to these dating apps. Duet's entire marketing strategy has been a dating app for Gen Z. It's marketing itself towards Gen Z, like in a way the first real dating app for Gen Z and Gen Z only. There isn't a lot of millennials, there isn't a lot of boomers on that app. Like occasionally you'll pop into them, but it's mostly Gen Z, right? So I find it insane that they are deciding to price the same amount that Tinder and Bumble and Hinge do for their premium subscriptions, which already are issues in of itself. Like, why am I paying this much money to like find love? But Duet is a very special case, not only because it's still fairly new, so it shouldn't be priced in a way where it can turn off consumers, especially the target consumer, but they are targeting a group that quite literally is debating whether or not they should waste money on feeding themselves because they need to pay for the gas to get themselves to work. The only reason why Tinder and Bumble can get away with it is because they are an established brand that is trusted by a lot of people. They were cheaper back then, but gradually over time they did increase the price of the subscription as more and more consumers started to trust them. That's how usually businesses work. They will increase the prices to meet the demand of their audience. Duet does not have that yet. And on top of that, Duet again is mostly targeting Gen Z, whereas Tinder and Bumble are trying to target a more broad audience, not just Gen Z. It's targeting millennials, it's targeting boomers, maybe even 2 or 3 people from the silent generation are on there somehow. A multitude of groups are on there. Some people are able to afford those subscriptions. Duet, on the other hand, most of the people who are going to go on that app are not going to be able to afford it. Or who knows, maybe I'm just clueless as fuck and they're making a shit ton of money off of the many lonely people of Gen Z. I mean, how else are they able to pay off like 20 different influencers every hour? Like, they're getting that money somehow. Maybe it's working for them. But I highly doubt that the generation that probably won't even be able to buy a home until they're like 60 or even never wants to put a $24.99 bill for Duet every month into their already expensive lifestyle. Speaking of marketing, I would like to have a word with the people in the marketing team for Duet as well. Just taking my eyes off of the app for a second, we have to talk about the crazy ass ads that are being posted about Duet. Y'all, the fact that I showed you the least offending one, I don't think I have to show you the worst ones. I'm pretty sure you've seen a lot of the crazy ones.
It's like, yo, I'm a cougar and I have my age filter set to 22 or younger.
I have never seen a single normal advertisement for Duet or even close to normal. It's always some weird shit going on and sometimes borderline cringy, sometimes borderline creepy. It's all over the place, and I think that's not a good strategy for people to get attracted to your app. And it's in fact why a lot of people are so turned off by these ads and are calling it out on a consistent basis on TikTok. Do you realize just how bad your marketing strategy has to be when the people calling you out are funnier than the ads that you are trying to promote?
I would pledge my soul to Vladimir Putin and Xi Jinping if they took Duet off the App Store and the ads off of my For You page. I can't go 2 seconds on this app without being like, I got 1,000+ likes on my profile within 2 minutes of downloading Duet. And this app somehow uniquely has all the good people on it, even though we're advertising to a broad audience. We somehow have all the good people. No Tinder, no Hinge, no Bumble. They all have the bad people. We uniquely were able to score all the good guys. It's stupid. It's idiotic. I hate it. I hate how every single dating app acts like they're somehow like better and different than the last one. Listen, I've tried Grindr. It's better than all of you. As a joke, I'm 17. But it's just annoying because, like, just be honest about what you are. You're the same dating app we've seen for the past 30 years. I don't know how long dating apps have been around, but it's just, there's nothing like good or unique about it.
Oh my god, okay. No, but the kid has a point though. He does have a point. This leads me to the conclusion of this video. As much as I respect the marketing team for consistently having the Duet brand out there, they are doing a sloppy job of making the Duet name the Duet name. Like, they are attaching this name to cringe culture. Like, people associate this app with cringe now, and that is not a good thing because this is a generation that cannot stand cringe. Like, cringe is probably one of the worst things you could be in this generation. To add on top of that, they are somehow making sure that every single ad that we see is a Duet ad, which sounds good on paper, but it's not when we're in this anti-consumerism age. A lot of people do not like when they are being preached to, and a lot of people do not like when they're being forced to watch something or like something. And that's exactly what Duet is doing. It falls under the latter. It is consistently forcing themselves into your life because they know that you're single and you're lonely, and they want to use that against you. But in the end of the day, it's not working because people don't like the brand that you're trying to force on them. They're tired of it. Going back to the idea I had about community engagement and creating groups to combat a lack of users and the algorithm consistently giving you the same people you are passing on, trying to promote yourself through multiple ads and forcing yourself on people is just not going to work, especially when your product itself is not good. It needs work. It still needs work. It literally feels like we're still in the beta aspect of this app. Like, it just feels so unfinished. It feels very sloppy. It just doesn't feel like a proper dating app yet. As much as it pains me to say, as somebody who is overtly critical of Bumble, Hinge, Tinder, all of these dating apps, a lot of them have a lot of success stories. A lot of people have found the love of their life on these apps. And that is because these apps actually do a pretty okay job, a good job even, of making sure that you're consistently finding matches or consistently finding people who may be into you and vice versa. Like, they do a proper job. Like, every time I've been on the app, I've matched with at least two people. I've started conversations with them. I've actually been on successful dates because of it. Whether or not it continues is not even the app's fault anymore because that's up to you two as a group, as a collective, as a couple, as a potential couple, whatever. But Duet just doesn't have that. I mean, have you ever seen a video that wasn't an ad from Duet or someone being paid off by Duet to talk about a love story? Like, you've never seen a successful love story from Duet, and that's an issue. Whereas people have done multiple story times about finding their husband, their wife, or whatever on Bumble or Hinge or Tinder, shit, even Grinder. Fuck. Concept of people finding their husbands on Grinder before Duet, like an app that's not even specifically designed to hook up. Well, some of the ads say otherwise. Marketing strategy shouldn't be cringe ads that are forced onto you at every three scrolls. The marketing strategy should be making a good app that people actually will invest their time into and will try actually finding people they can connect with. That should be your end goal. And I feel like they're focused too much on these ads that will ultimately hurt them even more. I really wish that someone in the marketing team will finally speak up and talk about that because frankly it's becoming an issue and I think it's going to hurt them in the long run, and I don't see a long life for Duet ultimately if they continue going down this route. Yeah, that's all I have to say about Duet. I know there's a lot that I went over and there's some that I didn't even discuss in this video. I've just reached the surface level of shit that goes on Duet or shit that you can expect from Duet. But I really do hope that somebody from who that company is like watching this and actually, getting some ideas as to how they should properly handle this app. Because I do think there is some potential because I think that being the first app aimed at Gen Z only is a good thing. I think Gen Z, a lot of people in Gen Z are looking for love and it's become harder for a variety of reasons. Then an app like Duet would be very important for them. But I feel like at the moment they are not doing that job of, being the app for Gen Z. And I think there's so much missed potential here. But anyways, if you did enjoy the video, make sure you give it a like, subscribe to the channel for more commentary videos. I know my release schedule has been a little off, but I'm trying to be as consistent as I can. I'm so sorry. Um, but I'm not as busy anymore, so maybe I might get back into YouTube a little bit more. But if you want to see more videos, let me know. I'm excited to make them. I have so many different ideas already in my head. So anyways, stay safe. Hopefully you don't get a Duet ad with this video or any video you see today. Yeah, bye.